Coming up on Mountain News this morning, an upcoming summer camp here in our region will not only give kids something to do, but teach them how to deal with the aftermath of natural disasters. And a local health center introduces a few new programs that are set to impact future healthcare workers in the mountains.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Chas Gayhart. It is 6:32 on Tuesday, April 11th. Let's go back over and check in with Brandon.
Well, the forecast this morning, Chas, not a whole lot from the last day or so. Actually, the last couple of days been beautiful since Easter, and it's going to be beautiful again today.
Sounds good.
That's right. All right, let's take a look at downtown Whitesburg this morning as we continue our trek across the region on the camera network. Not a whole lot going on right now, but it'll pick up here in the next couple hours as folks start getting off to work and to school there this morning. So again, just be aware, slow down, take it easy, give yourself plenty of time. They're working on quite a few areas across the region with those roads, so be careful of that. Temperatures 34 Grundy, Clintwood, and Jonesville to 50 in Jackson this morning. A lot of upper 30s, low to mid 40s, upper 40s out there this morning. And that's several degrees warmer in most areas, two exceptions. It's colder by 2 degrees in Logan and 4 degrees in Moorhead, and it's exactly where it was this time yesterday in Wise. 12-hour planner for today, we're heading up. Sunshine is going to take us up into the low to mid 70s. It's going to be a beautiful day. Sunrise 7:04, sunset 8:05. Chas?
Thanks, Brandon. President Joe Biden approved a disaster declaration for much of the Commonwealth Monday afternoon after the state experienced severe storms on March 3rd and 4th. The declaration provides access to federal funding for state and local governments and some private nonprofit organizations to help pay for specific recovery-related repairs. Some of the counties included in the declaration are Clay, Estill, Floyd, Jackson, Johnson, Laurel, Lee, Martin, Owsley, Powell, Rockcastle, Whitley, and Wolfe counties. A camp that teaches children how to deal with anxiety and trauma from natural disasters is coming to Floyd County this summer. Director of Special Projects for Floyd County, Missy Allen, says the community needs this to move forward. She says there is still a lot more that needs to be done with flood relief efforts, and that helping children is one of the needed next steps.
We're not only looking at, okay, what do we need to do? What unmet needs can we identify that we can help our people? Well, it's more than maybe needing a microwave or maybe even needing construction materials. We want to help with all those things.
The ARH Foundation is sponsoring the Camp NOAA. For more information, including how to volunteer for the camp, you can contact your local long-term recovery care office. Yesterday, the UK Center for Excellence in Rural Health and Hazard held an open house from ribbon-cutting ceremony to introduce 3 new programs that will impact future healthcare workers here in the mountains. The center welcomed an assistive technology center, a community health worker training center, and a simulation lab. Those with the facilities say they are excited to offer cutting-edge opportunities to future healthcare workers in hopes of keeping these students here in rural Kentucky.
Really the goal is if we train people in rural, they'll stay in rural to practice. And that's the main goal of that. So the better technology that we can have, and it advances so fast, to keep up with that, the better we are with our students here at the center.
Those with the UK Center for Excellence in Rural Health say they are excited for their students to have the hands-on experiences they need to impact the lives of Eastern Kentuckians. Eastern Kentucky University is working to address the ongoing teacher shortage. In doing so, it is offering a new online degree in elementary education starting in August. In the last 10 years, faculty members say they have been working hard on the program. They say now is a great time for it to get started. Dr. Nicola Mason with the Department of Teaching, Learning, and Educational Leadership at EKU says for more than 100 years, the university has produced teachers for the region.
Everybody knows there's a teacher shortage, and EKU is committed to addressing this in a variety of different ways.
Dr. Mason says the 3.5-year online degree in education serves as a convenient option for students who work and makes the program accessible to people outside of Kentucky. She says an online student's experience will be just as personal. She says EKU also has plans to expand the program in the future to include online degrees in middle and high school education. It's a TikTok trend causing trouble for some car owners. A reported video has apparently led to an uptick in the car thefts in some areas, but it's far from a harmless prank. Garrett Weimer takes a closer look at the impact and why it needs to stop.
Yellow X's on the windows mark the cars that turned into targets. Just too tempting, apparently, for teens taking part in a TikTok trend.
I never thought in 100 years that somebody would say, well, we'll just go steal them. And for nothing. They really are stealing them for fun.
Fixed Operations Director Mark Sawyer says 5 cars sitting on the lots for repairs at Don Franklin in Lexington were broken into in one day after, as they saw later on surveillance video, a couple of kids climbed their fence and caused a lot of damage.
They're tearing the steering column apart. They break off the switch, they just snap it right off, and then they've got a ignition switch, looks just like this.
The main targets are older Hyundai and Kia models not equipped with immobilizers. That was a design choice, Sawyer says, that helped make those models more affordable and now more vulnerable.
Well.
The Kia boys got me.
I hate to be a part of this trend.
As we've reported over the past year, the trend now has been going on for a while. In July, a Lexington woman shared her story of having her Hyundai stolen in Louisville.
It was definitely a freak out moment. A little bit of tears, a little bit of what do I do? And then from there, just kind of calm down, call 911 and go through the steps of a stolen vehicle.
What's troubling now is it keeps happening. In fact, in recent weeks, some say it's really gotten out of hand.
About 25 to 30 vehicles have been stolen over the course of approximately 2 weeks.
Police say one group was behind most of those, and after making arrests, theft numbers have gone back down to more normal levels.
Here's your steering wheel lock. There's on position.
Generally, Sawyer says these are not expensive cars, and it doesn't take much to total them. His frustration comes especially from the fact that people seem to be doing it just for fun.
In today's world, I guess if you walked out with a loaf of bread and your kids were hungry, I'd almost get it. But if you went in to steal something that you really don't want or need, just to say you stole it, then it's just for the thrill.
But from what Sawyer has seen at their shop, many of the people it's hurting most can least afford the consequences.
When you get somebody towed in here, that's their only mode of transportation. And you got no way to get to work. You got no way to get to school. You got no way to take the kids to school.
Hyundai and Kia are now rolling out a free and easy fix for it. Sawyer says folks need to make sure to bring in their cars for the update. It may not always be enough to keep aspiring Kia boys from breaking in, but at least your car will still be sitting where you left it.
That was Garrett Weimer reporting. Sawyer says there are also affordable aftermarket systems available that can act as an immobilizer if your vehicle does not have one.
.40 here on this Tuesday morning, and we're looking at a beautiful sunrise over Lake Cumberland there in Pulaski County. You can see that sun coming up. We're going to be seeing it on several cameras here the next little bit. So again, a beautiful start today, just a bit chilly, down to 32 now in Clintwood this morning. Everybody else in the low to mid 30s, upper 30s, low 40s, mid 40s, 50 degrees, kind of a wide range there this morning. But again, temperatures going up in some directions. 50 is our warm spot in Jackson, 32 in Clintwood. Your out-the-door forecast is going to feature temperatures that go up for everybody. Low to mid 70s out there with lots of sunshine later today. Jess?
Thanks, Brandon, and thank you for joining us. The time is now 6:41. Still to come on Mountain News this morning, the U.S. launches an investigation into a possible leak of classified military documents. We'll have details on that investigation in just a few minutes.